If you are looking for a cozy fall drink recipe that's also great for your gut, then you are going to love this apple spice probiotic drink. One of my favorite things about fall is apple picking. We go to a local fruit farm that's about, I'd say, 45 minutes away from where we live, and we go pick our apples and fill up the bags as full as we can, and then we bring them home to make all sorts of things like apple pies, apple crisp, and of course apple sauce. So this year when we got some apples, I wanted to create something that was a little bit more outside of the box of normal apple desserts and treats and drinks and such. So what I came up with is a probiotic apple spice drink. And it combines my two favorites, apples and spice. So when you make this drink, it includes 100% apple juice, some sucanat, cinnamon, clove, water, and a little bit of whey. The apple and spice kind of give the drink like a fall flavor and reminds me a little bit of apple cider. And the sucanat in it gives it a light molasses flavor without giving it an intense kick of sweetness, kind of like you would have in a normal store-bought soda. So when you create these types of probiotic drinks, you have to remember that the sugar, either in the sucanat, brown sugar, regular organic cane sugar, or even in the juice, that sugar is not meant for you. It's actually meant for the bacteria to feed off of. And what happens in the fermenting process is that the bacteria in the whey feed off that sugar and turn it into lactic acid, and then turns your drink into a probiotic rich drink. That's really good for you and for your gut. So if you're wondering what whey is, you can head over to the blog. I'll include a link in the description box, and this article will include information about what whey is and how you can get it, and as well as the fermenting bottles that I recommend getting. Now in this video you'll notice that I use specific type of fermenting bottles, but you don't have to have those. When I first started making probiotic soda at home, I did not have those bottles. I chose not to buy them because I wanted to make sure that we actually liked fermented drinks before I put the investment into buying those types of bottles. So if you don't have them, that's totally fine. A mason jar will work. Something that's just a very thick, heavy glass. Nothing from like a craft store, because those types of bottles are thin. They're just meant for decorative purposes. And if you ferment in those, sometimes they can actually explode. So just use something heavy duty and you'll totally be fine. Sometimes when the drink is done and you go to put it in the fridge, if it's not quite as airtight as those brewing type of bottles are, then you might have a less fizzy drink because that fizz and air can escape from them. But otherwise, you don't really have to have them. They're great. I love them. I use them all the time. But again, it's not necessary if this is your first time making a probiotic soda. So let's get started, shall we? And I will show you how to go ahead and make this apple spice drink. The ingredients you will need to make this fall drink recipe include 2/3 cup of sucanat. If you don't have any sucanat on hand, you can swap in equal proportions for some organic brown sugar. You'll also need 1.5 cups of apple juice, 6 cups of water, a 1/2 cup of fresh whey, a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and an 1/8 of a teaspoon of clove. To make it easier for you to remember, I have included a link in the description box with all the ingredients and directions. In a saucepan over medium heat, add 3 cups of water, the sucanat or brown sugar depending on what you're using, the clove, and cinnamon. Warm until the sugar has dissolved. Then set aside to cool to room temperature or at least below 110 degrees Fahrenheit before you add the whey and the juice. Do not mix the hot water in the whey as this will kill any of the live bacteria in the whey, and we definitely want that live bacteria in order to create a probiotic drink. In a half-gallon glass jar such as one of those brewing bottles or a mason jar, add the remaining 3 cups of water, the apple juice, whey, and the cooled sugar mixture. Seal the jar with a tight lid and allow to ferment for 2 to 6 days depending on the temperature of your room. The drink will ferment faster when it's warmer out and slower when it's cooler inside your home. When the soda has finished fermenting, it should be very fizzy. Either place the liquid directly into the fridge to chill, or you can transfer the liquid to airtight brewing bottles. Serve the fermented drink chilled or over ice, and then consume within 1 to 2 weeks. I hope that you enjoy this fermented fall drink as much as we do. Now guys, tell me, what is your favorite fall food to eat? Share in the comments below because I would love to hear from you guys. Well, until next time friends, I hope that you all have an excellent week.